Hello, Libra. Welcome to your mid-June reading. We've had so much energy going on that I felt we needed to update the June reading. So let's take a look at what's birds of a feather. Oh, more than one. Spirit of gratitude, birds of a feather. I'm going to have those as coming out together. I will draw two more here. The uncharted sea. Interesting, Libra. Smoke and mirrors. These cards have been coming out so much. It's unreal. Spirit of gratitude, birds of a feather. This is birds of a feather doesn't surprise me for you just because you're very much about the group. But I will say that hopefully you've been getting away from the toxic relationships and going into a higher vibration. And you've got the uncharted sea. And to me, that does speak that you're kind of setting out, and you can set out on your own. You don't have to go to the same concerts as everybody if you don't want to. I mean, it's your money. You don't have to take anybody with you if you want to go enjoy an art gallery, right? You don't need a crowd for everything. Okay. So the uncharted sea, I think, is more about you stepping out, right? Smoke and mirrors. I think I want to get some tarot underneath here and see more of what I'm getting as a feeling for this. And then I'm like, smoke and mirrors. That's why it's not clear. It's a guide thing. So let's take a look. Senses of humor. I tell ya. It's like, okay, here we go. Energy for Libra. Energy for Libra. That just means the message is going to be coming through. Okay. Bottom side of the deck. Healing, rest, recovery. Ace of Wands. But something is going to be coming out of this. Oh, from the bottom of the deck, yeah. New beginning. New beginning. Okay, so top of the deck here. Two of Pentacles, making a decision, right? It's and I've been noticing like the past week more to mention that this is the Venus pentagram in the sky. We just had the Venus star point in Gemini. That means the conjunction of the Sun and Venus, and that was on the 4th, the same day that Jupiter and Mercury were conjunct. And that, of course, Venus being your ruling planet has a lot to do with that. 7 of Wands. It's like putting a protective bubble around you, right? It's against, what other people's opinions might be. So I would say if you have any, just set an intention of Archangel Michael keeping guard on you and only something for your greatest and highest good. The High Priestess, she has not been out in a while. This is the first time she's been out in all of the readings since Aries, starting with Aries. So smoke and mirrors. I don't think smoke and mirrors are gonna affect the High Priestess. I think she sees through it. I think she is someone who can spot someone trying to be unclear on purpose. So there is a feeling of trusting your intuition because she is it as far as being highly intuitive and knowing her own power, right? And I'm just like getting this very Venus. I just kind of got like I looked down, it was like Venus came into mind. So I really keep track of what your planet is doing through your chart. Eight of Pentacles. Um, and this is under that birds of a feather. So it's making, I think it's deciding who you want to work with, honestly, right? That's what I get the feeling of. Oh, the magician. The magician is in the center of your reading. And the magician can sometimes be considered a trickster, but I get the feeling that um I don't think it's the trickster energy just because the high priestess is here and she doesn't say a lot, but it's like no one's going to get anything over on the high priestess, right? I don't care if you are the magician. And this is Gemini energy. So this is very much here and now. And this is would be in where the timing card would be placed. So Gemini timing. I feel like it's Gemini timing. Um, it is about taking, the magician takes things from around him and creates alchemy. But I get the strong sense of Gemini timing. And then the Eight of Swords comes up underneath the High Priestess. It's like, don't I'm thinking that this is like she's looking in a mirror, by the way, smoke and mirrors. I'm getting that sense of don't fall for the smoke and mirrors. That's don't fall for the smoke and mirrors is what I keep feeling, right? It's use your intuition. Use that intuition. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. That message in this row is pretty clear. Like you have these two, right? Birds of a feather and spirit of gratitude. Decide who you want to work with, right? I do get that. Decide who you're going to work with. And then, start something worth, this is, you can't see as much of the plant here as what's growing underneath here. All that beauty, all that magic. And these are different elements, right? And I get that sense that that's that working together to make this stronger, strong roots, good plant, good base. But make a decision to work with people that you want to work with. That's what free will is all about. Okay. Now, I want to go ahead and one other card for here. This is Three of Wands. Moving on. It's interesting to have, yeah, that would make sense underneath this. The uncharted sea, self-protection and using what's around you as what you can work with. And then this is on the being on the receiving end, but this is also can be about movement or moving. So I definitely get the sense of going onward. To me, this is a lot about being able to go out into your cardinal sign. So initiating something isn't going to be a hard thing. Initiating a journey isn't going to be a hard thing for you. But I do think that Venus is being very, very active. She just had that Kazemi with the sun. So you've got a lot of energy probably at your disposal. Um, I want to maybe get a little bit more, see, and then you have resting before the big journey, right? Before you set out on the full journey. Let's get a little bit more guidance. Can we get a little bit more guidance for Libra? Guidance for Libra. A little bit more guidance. 3 cards about guidance. 3 cards. Okay, let me know when it's ready, and it's ready. Okay. Messages. Things happening quickly. I don't think you can rely on, I'm getting that sense. You can't rely on the hierarchy. I said it finally. to help this person. The key is there. I mean, she could do that, but I don't think that, that's where the answer is. Moving out of troubled waters. I'm going to get another one here. Coming to an ending. Oh, I can't leave it there. Queen of Wands. And you did have on the underside of the deck, you did have that spark that the Queen of Wands is nurturing. This was in the bottom of the deck, right? So taking a look at what the advice would be, right? Okay. I don't think that you can rely on big business, the government, the church, all of those things that have their pluses and minuses to help this person. What are you going to do? So clarifying, we're moving into calmer waters. There's an ending. But then on the underside of the deck that was that spark, and that's immediately when I saw this, I was much happier because I feel like whatever this, this journey, this voyage, whatever it is, it feels like there's going to be an ending. This is like the best 10 of swords ever, just because what it does is it gives that energy of she is not taking anything with her. Something is ended and she's moving forward, and it's not someone having 10 swords in their back. And you can see the sunrise always coming up. She is just moving on, right? So I feel like there's endings to be had and you're going to be moving on. And then, the underside of the deck has that spark and that Fool energy, all of this right here, right? That, yes, there's resting and recovering. So obviously that's going to be needed. But then you have like this spark and then setting out. So I think what I really think is whatever this is that's going to be coming, that might be a problem for you, right? It's going to be something that you're going to get that spark. This kind of like circles back to that you have help, right? It circles back to the fact that then you need to rest, then you need to recover, then you need an idea, and then you start again on your fool's journey. So that is really interesting, Libra. Okay, let's take 3 more oracle cards and see what we have here. This has been coming up a lot too. And I have been corrected because I was saying, oh, at first I said ancestors. No, angels and guides. Angels and guides. So they're like helping everybody right now. They always do, but how can this be a wonderful win-win-win? So do ask your guides and angels for help. If you're running into a problem, how can I best solve this? Now I have the ancestor card come up. So the ancestors are going to be helpful too. I'm going to pull one more. Say yes to your open door. Right? So I would say, yeah, there's big changes, but I don't think you're alone in any of this, Libra. And I think you're going to see the truth too. There's very much of energy of you're seeing through the smoke and mirrors now. So I think that's a very good message for you. And I think you'll find that with all the guides and angels out there to help everyone, we're gonna do just fine. And Venus is going to be helping you out too. She just got a lot of strength from the sun. So I will see you soon.